Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Zeng Kong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dukden Dorje. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice today, Guan Yin Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Simu Tenzin Gyatso Rinpoche, all Dhamma masters, Dhamma educators, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the webcast, and our participating VIPs today are Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden and Norway. The Law Advisor to True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Jennifer Zhou. Accountant to True Buddha Foundation, Dharma Sister Teresa. Producers for Kenny Dian Sang Shinten from CTITB Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Shiachi. Dr. Ryan Zhuang. Dr. Louis Lee. From Northwestern University of Chicago, the professor in medical college, Dr. Zhang Qiang. From Sweden, the Chinese medical doctor Luo and her daughter. And the accountant Huang. Good evening, everyone. How do you do? So this evening we practice Guan Yin Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva as the deity yoga in the group practice. We all know, almost all Buddhists or even non-Buddhists would know Guan Yin Bodhisattva. I have talked about Guan Yin Bodhisattva in the past, that in every home there is Amitabha, and in every family there is Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So Guan Yin Bodhisattva is the same as Amitabha Buddha, who has a deep and great affinity with us, with sentient beings. So every Buddhist would know Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Many people chant not only Amitabha Buddha, they also chant Namo Guan Yin Bodhisattva or Namo Guan Si Yin Bodhisattva. Many female practitioners have Kuan Yin Bodhisattva as their Yidam, personal deity. Kuan Yin Pusa in the past was also a Buddha, and he was referred, or she was referred as the Tathagata of the correct Dharma light or Dharma radiance. And then now he or she manifests as Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. In Tantrayana, she symbolizes compassion. As we know in Tantrayana, there are three major reliances. The one who symbolizes or represents compassion is Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And for wisdom, it's Manjushri Bodhisattva. And for Dharma power, it's Vajrapani Bodhisattva. So in Tantrayana, we refer to these three deities as the three major reliances for compassion, wisdom, and Dharma power. The three most important bodhisattvas. And among them, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is one with great mercy and compassion. So he has many emanations and manifestations, innumerable, uncountable. That's why we say the myriads emanations. And of them, the most important ones are the 32 physical emanations. Many deities and herukas in Tantrayana that were emanations of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. For example, Hayagriva, the horse-headed wisdom king. As we know, he was a wrathful emanation of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, Hayagriva. And Mahachundi, Buddha Mother, we also refer to her as Chunti Kuan Yin. And the most famous one, the 1,000 eyes, 1,000 arms Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, was also an emanation of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. And the white robe master, or the white robe Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and in Tantrayana, the most famous one is Chandrasik, or the four-arm Kuan Yin. In Tibet, that's the spiritual center of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. The whole Tibet, like the famous great Rinpoche's emanations of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, like Dalai Lama was an emanation of Kuan Yin, and Karmapa was also an emanation of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, and many sadhakas are emanation of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. There's also an Yilan Kuan Yin, the Kuan Yin with the fish basket, holding the basket with fish, or the pure water vase, Kuan Yin with the water vase to sprinkle the sweet nectars, or the kings of ghosts, for example, for the Luo Tian ritual or the Deliverance ritual. The burnt face king of ghosts in the Luo Tian ritual was also an emanation of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva. So that's why myriads emanations. So in the universal gate of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, you would know that he manifests as all different bodies to deliver all different kinds of sentient beings. You have all recited the Universal Gate Sutra of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, Pu Men Ping. So in the Kuan Yin Universal Gate Sutra, it was mentioned that whatever form you take, Kuan Yin Bodhisattva would manifest in that form to deliver you. So, like the king of ghosts, the burnt-faced king of ghosts was also an emanation of Kuan Yin to deliver all the ghosts. And in our Luo Tian ceremony, we would have 10 burnt-faced kings of ghosts. So all the ghosts are under the command of these 10 burnt-faced kings of ghosts. You know, the 4 directions are north, south, east, and west. And the 8 directions, so 4 directions, and then the other intermediate directions, that would be for a total of 8 directions. And then up and down, altogether 10 directions. So our Luo Tian Bardo Deliverance ceremony this time, the 10 burnt-faced kings of ghosts would represent all 10 directions: north, south, east, and west, northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. So Zhang Qiang is from Northwestern University. So northwest is one of the directions. So 8 directions, and then up and down. Zenith and nadir. So for the upcoming Luo Tian ceremony, meaning Luo Tian means all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapas, Dakinis, and divinities of the 10 directions. They all would descend to the ceremony, including all the ghosts of the 10 directions. So it would be unrestricted, which means it is open for everyone. So any ghost that sees the black banner, the black decree banner, would know that there would be a grand Bardo deliverance, and they would come. So Luo Tian means everything under heaven, including all the temples of the 10 directions, all the deities inside the temples of the 10 directions that have heard about the news will also come and attend the ceremony. So it is unrestricted, which means we will not set any boundary or ceremonial demarcation. So everyone in the netherworld can come, and all the gods inside all temples can come. So that's why it's called the Luo Tian Da Jiao. And in Taiwan, it's called the Universal Deliverance of the 15th of the 7th month. And in Buddhism, we also call it the great offerings to the netherworld of the Tamang mountain. And in Taoism, it's called the Luo Tian Da Jiao. So not only all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and all the deities in Taoism will also be invoked and invited, including Jesus Christ, Maria, and also Allah. All will come. So all the deities in all religions can come. So all the Jesus, gods, Allah, all the angels will come. So has anyone performed this Luo Tian Da Jiao, this Taoist Grand Buddha Deliverance ceremony in America? No one had. Even if there were people who had performed it, it would be very rare and few. In Taiwan, say in Taipei, then they should restrict any butchers, any killings in the whole area of Taipei for 3 days. If in Taiwan, they would restrict all killings for 3 days. So if they were about to perform the universal deliverance in Taiwan, then everybody should go on vegetarian meals and no killings for 3 days or 7 days. And they should set up 7 huge altars to invite everyone. So to restrict killings, to eat vegetarian food, and to purify your bodies and your homes, there are rules for the Luo Tian Da Jiao. It's easy to do it in Taiwan. Say, we can ask the whole city to not kill for a few days. And then on the day of the ceremony, then they can start again. But in America, in Oakland, in Oakland City of North California, is it possible to ask the whole city of Oakland to stop killing and to eat vegetarian food? Impossible. But we will find a way to purify, and Grandmaster will do so. To purify, so that on the day of the Luo Tian Da Jiao ceremony, it starts again. So all 10 burnt-faced kings of ghosts were all emanations of the white robe Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So today, Grandmaster is wearing white. It represents the white robe master, or the white robe Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So think about it. The white robe Guan Yin Bodhisattva is with compassion, kind and compassionate, but his emanations become very fierce and wrathful, burnt-faced kings of ghosts. Why? Because they have to handle the evil spirits. So you have to be more forceful and more fierce than the evil spirits. if you use a compassionate face and you smile kindly, oh, I want to subdue you, how could they believe you? So you should be very wrathful and fierce, like Akalanata. Where is he? Right here. Oh, this deity is very fierce. So the upper fang going up, going down, and the lower fang going up. And from the Vajradhatu, Dharmadhatu, and with the seal and sword seated there, very wrathful. But amidst the wrathfulness, there is also compassion. So look at Gurukule Buddha Mother. It's very difficult to... the true Gurukule Buddha Mother would have fangs, smiling and wrathful at the same time. It's very difficult to express. Gurukule Buddha Mother is a love deity, magnetizing. So that's why she's smiling. But she can also subjugate and subdue enemies. So that's why she also looks wrathful. That's why I often said the smile of Mona Lisa. So, do you think Mona Lisa is smiling? Where have you been all night? That's Mona Lisa's smile. You're back so late. So I went to see the original painting of Mona Lisa, and after gazing at it for a long time, it's not a smile. It doesn't look like a smile. Frankly speaking, the white robe Guan Yin is compassionate towards sentient beings, and her wrathful emanations, although the wrathful emanation look fierce, but inside there's still the compassion. He needed to manifest the wrathful appearances in order to subdue the evil spirits, but actually the base or the foundation is still compassion. So in the Luo Tian Da Jiao, I hope that after the ceremony on that day, I hope that many people who are attached by spirits or encountering ghosts, in the beginning the symptoms are you would become very irritable, and then you would create problems. And the other important thing is that you would lose sleep at night. So then you would have hallucination in your visions. and then hallucinations in your hearing, and then you would have mental problems, then you would have some mental disturbances, and finally you can jump off the buildings and kill yourself. Or something drastically change, that you're usually very happy and all of a sudden you become very depressed. Or a harmonious family all of a sudden become very chaotic, very disharmonious. So that's disturbances by ghosts and spirits. Typically, that's how they are. So if there's the nether spirits entering into you, then they would create problems inside you or in your family. So we want to chase away all these yin spirits and then try to deliver them. So most importantly for the Lord Tian Da Jiao this time is like having a huge party that includes all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and everyone in the 10 Dharma realms. So it's like we're holding a huge party and to invite the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to bless them so that they have light in their hearts of the ghost, and to let them take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, the threefold refuge, and then to give them Dharma teachings so that they would perform good and to go to a better realm. That's most importantly. The ceremony would be about this. There are many ghosts that would have animosities. So we need to resolve their animosities, resentments, and hatreds, so that all the negatives become positive and all the bad becomes good. So all the hatreds becomes joy, so that all the negative emotions can be transformed, that the world would be in peace, and so that all the bad or evil spirits and ghosts become the good ghosts to help people. So that's how Kuan Yin Bodhisattva delivers sentient beings. They are definitely to help sentient beings. They will not bother people and attaching to people. Anything that causes people to be disturbed by the yin energy definitely are the bad ghosts. So if people have negative energy inside their bodies and they go home and they bring the negative energy to the home, those are the evil ghosts. That will not be good. So with the utmost respect, today we perform the Kuan Yin Bodhisattva as the main deity of our group practice today. And Kuan Yin Bodhisattva has many emanations. And if you pray to Kuan Yin Bodhisattva, your prayer will be fulfilled. Like the hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva and the hiking Kuan Yin Sutra, who is frequently recited in True Buddha School. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva is truly compassionate. The last few sentences, phrases at the back. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva of the 10 directions, and all Bodhisattvas vow to save sentient beings, all beings liberated when calling upon their names. The ones with wisdom expounded diligently, one with affinity recited at all times. By reciting the sutra 1,000 times and be mindful of it constantly, flame cannot harm one, knives and weapons will break instantly, anger turn into happiness, and death change into life. All good things. So many disasters and calamities can be transformed by chanting Hiking Kuan Yin Sutra. So the big calamity becomes the small calamity, and the small calamity becomes nothing. And without calamities, you can increase your good fortune, your wisdom, your provisions and resources, and also to enhance your wisdom. So even just hiking Kuan Yin Bodhisattva has such power. So today we will continue to talk about Lamdre, stopping unyielding rise to exit evenly. In the real practice is to perform the complete 9 postures of quiet contemplation, focus on the brow point, and the key here is to exhale fiercely through both nostrils, and after exhalation hold it as long as possible and never inhale back the air immediately. This is crucial. So your mind or your thought should be placed at the brow point, a little above the 2 brow. That's the brow point. Place your mind at the brow point, and the key point is to exhale fiercely through both nostrils. When exhaling, you need to hold the breath. What does it mean? You breathe in, and then you hold the breath. That's the inner abiding qi. The qi is staying inside. And when exhaling, you also hold the breath. First, you exhale fiercely, and then you hold the breath. That's called the external abiding qi. When you exhale the qi, you place your mind at the brow point, and you would feel something. That's the convenience of the real practice, or the skillful means of the real practice. In the past, I often said, in, stay, and merge inside your body, and finally out. And here, exhale and hold the breath, and place your mind at the brow point. Then you focus at the brow point. The yoga of India often teaches you to focus at the 3rd eye, and that's the brow chakra, the brow point. This is the 3rd eye. If you often concentrate on this point, then the Dharma flow of the universe would empower you right here. This is the upper Dantian. You would feel a flow of the Dharma flow here. And then the 1,000-petal lotus will open, which is the place of your light drops. It will blossom. So, if you commit to this practice for 3 days, and then concentrate your mind on a space in front of you at about an elbow length. And then at about 2 stretch arm length, and then at the space infinitely expansive, and then at the space of a country, or finally at the space of the world. So what he meant here is by practicing this practice for 3 days, exhale and place your mind at the brow point. And then you place your mind in front of you, the space, and then further and further away, the sky of the whole country, and then the whole sky, the whole space. That's the method of entering into meditation. Then practice the mind concentration at no discernment whatsoever. And the quintessential Qi practice is the same as above. Why do you want to place the mind in the sky? It's so that you have no thoughts, so that you didn't think of anything. That's the forgetfulness sitting. At first, you place the mind right here, and then in front of you, and then in the sky above a country, and then the whole complete perfect sky or space, which means you have no thoughts anymore. Your thoughts enter into space, and you don't want to generate any more thoughts. And only then you would be able to enter into quiet contemplation, which is meditation. So the practice would focus on no discernments. So if you have discernments or discriminations, then there would be thoughts. So if you have no discernment, there would be no thoughts. And when you have no thoughts, then sitting in forgetfulness, and that would be meditation. So to practice meditation, to practice samadhi, you have to have no thoughts. And you utilize qi and placement of the mind at the brow point, and then to in front of you, and then to the sky above the country, and then to the whole world and to the whole universe, the space of the whole universe. And only then you would be able to enter into meditation. And the 5th instruction is the measurement or the way is the same as above. And the merits generated, it undoubtedly generates the ultimate spiritual experience. That would be incredible. So your whole body merges with the whole space, or the whole space or the whole sky is your body. That's the spiritual experience. And the calamities dispelled, it can ease headache, alleviate any diseases related to bleeding eyes, etc. If you often have headaches, you can practice like what I said earlier. You exhale your qi fiercely, and then you hold your breath. You place your mind at the brow point, and then you move your mind to in front of you, to the sky above the whole country, and then to the whole space. And then when there are no discernments anymore, then your headache will disappear. Or the bloody eyes would also be cured. And all diseases. So that's the second type of breathing methods. And before, I was also talking about a different kind of breathing method that can eliminate all kinds of ailments. Stopping zeal to move life. There's also a meditation of non-discernment. So this is talking about the methods of practicing qi and the fifth instructions and the spiritual experiences generated. And what is the ultimate spiritual experience is that your whole person disappears. Then of course the headache and the bloody eyes ailment will also disappear. And all afflictions, worries and troubles will disappear. All sufferings will disappear. And also all joy will disappear. So due to the non-discernment, everything will be eliminated. So practicing qi is a kind of convenience. By use of the qi practice, you enter into true meditation, true samadhi. And you have to apply it, to put it into real practice, either external abiding qi or internal abiding qi. And the same with the Vajra chanting. You have to do it, you have to practice it. The wife asks the husband, "Hubby, why are you sleeping or lying down in your day off?" And the husband replied, "Hey, you don't know. I'm learning from the Buddha. How come learning from the Buddha you're lying?" "Because I am learning from the lying Buddha." Of course, it is difficult to say whether it's true or not. In Grandmaster's practice, before sleep at night, Grandmaster will perform a Dharma practice, and I would do it lying down. And sure, I'm practicing Buddhism then. What would Grandmaster do? Very simple. With Om, a ray of white light shoots to the sky. With Ah, a ray of red light shoots to the sky, and they merge. And with Hom, from the heart chakra, a ray of blue light shoots to the sky. You're laying in bed, and the three rays of lights fly to the sky, and they merge, and with the pang, pang, they would become like fireworks, like at July 4th, with pang, it's like a firework, and it would descend, lots of lights, nets of lights, of red, white and blue lights, covering your whole bed, and you would be sleeping inside the light. So that's the method of one part of a Dharma practice. So if you can do that, and that's protection, that's like a demarcation. So when the evil ghosts coming to bother you, they would be stopped outside with Om, Ah, Hom, and the three lights merge and bang. Then it would be like fireworks falling down, covering your whole bed, and you would be sleeping inside the net of light, very strong, and many evil ghosts would not be able to enter. So that's the sleep and dream yoga, only a part of it. So this is practicing while lying down. But this husband did not really practicing Buddhism. He was just lying around lazily, taking naps. And then the wife took a basin of water and then poured it onto the husband's head. And the husband asked, "What are you doing?" "Well, I'm practicing Buddhism too." "What is it?" "I'm bathing the Buddha." We know when we bathe the Buddha, so when you bathe the Buddha with this first scoop, you need to visualize that that's bathing yourself, that the water is being spewed by the 9 dragons, so that all your black energy and black karma would be cleansed and exit from the bottom of your feet. That's the true bathing of the Buddha. So it's not that the Buddha needs bathing, standing there waiting for you to bathe him. No. So actually you're bathing yourself so that you cleanse all the impurities, the contaminants inside your heart, and then expelled it through your skin pores. So there are always methods or ways to practice, to cultivate spiritual life. There was a zoo with not many animals, because everybody likes panda. So the zookeeper asked the employee to pretend to be a panda. In Taiwanese Chinese, it's xiong mao. In mainland Chinese, it's mao xiong. Actually, it's the other way around. It's all the same. But one day, this person fell into the cage of a tiger. And the tiger was approaching him. And he was pretending to be a panda, but yelling, "Help, help!" And then the tiger approached him very closely and glared at him and said, "Come on, not so loud. Are you trying to get us fired?" It turned out that the tiger was also just acted by human beings. In reality, human beings can act to be a lot of things. Like nowadays, the Buddhist practitioners, from outside to the inside, from inside to outside, you want to be authentic, to be truly spiritual cultivator, then there would be a true spiritual cultivator. If you just pretend to be a spiritual cultivator, but inside you're a wolf, then that would be really horrible. Then you would eat up a lot of people. So as true Buddha disciples, you have to have the good eyes to recognize who is the wolf and who is the tiger. that are they truly kind and compassionate inside? The compassion of Kuan Yin Bodhisattva does not ask for anything in return. Kuan Yin Bodhisattva never asks for anything, doesn't want anything, because he was a Buddha and he is a Bodhisattva. He is truly compassionate towards sentient beings. It's not that you need to give something back for a kindness or compassion. Then that would be a true compassion. You should not remember the kindness and compassion that you give to other people. You will not remember like this person owe you this or that. That's why I have said that a true Padma Kumara does not ask for anything, never asks for money from the disciples or for ceremonies or anything. And I would perform dharma for you, and as long as it succeeds to help you, I ask for anything in return. I ask for nothing in return. I ask for nothing in return. Then that would be a true Padma Kumara. But a fake spiritual cultivator, then she would ask for like 100,000 monies if you have $100,000 if you have money, or whatever price. Like the Dharma sister Xiao Yue came here, and one time she went to see a turtle with XX, and XX said that the turtle was her brother from past life. And in the past life, you owed your brother hundreds of liang of gold. But how could she repay that debt? Well, just give me the money, she said. So the Dharma sister owed the brother from the past life for hundreds of liang of gold. But between siblings, how do you care about the death? But a simple question, right? Did you pay the death to the turtle? No, to X. So she wanted money. So that's why she asked for something. But a true Padma Kumara would never ask for anything. Then that would be a true compassion. But if someone asks for money for something that they do, then that's not true compassion. Because you're rewarded. That's a very simple concept, right? Someone called Tian Fu wanted to break up with his girlfriend. And then she said, okay, I can do a special ceremony for you. How much? 160,000 US dollars. And he said, I'm just a student. How come? I don't have any money. Hey, but you owed this girlfriend 4 million US dollars in the past life. So now I just want 160,000 from you. That's really cheap. So you save 3.84 million already. So this is really cheap for you already. But hey, who knew? Who knows how much money he owed? That's all lies. Just lies. 莲花田府. He said in his spiritual cultivation, in his spiritual consultation letter, he wrote, in my warehouse there are many swallows. Why? And then X replied, all those swallows were ancestors from your past life. What should I do then? Well, then you should just pay for the ceremony. And then afterwards, he asked again, how come the swallows still come to eat the grains of rice at my warehouse, even after I paying for the ceremony? Why? Do you still want to ask that? So it's crazy that people ask such questions, and the answers are crazy too. The answers is because they want money. So the swallows, of course, want to eat the grains of rice. If you're not a barn filled with rice, why would the swallows go there? Why do you want to ask such questions? And then the answers that, oh, they were all your ancestors. That, wow, so many ancestors. Oh gosh. So that's why you have to have the proper or the correct faith. The husband said, if I win the lottery, what would you do? And the wife replied, I will take half of it and then leave you. And the husband said, okay, I will. Okay, good. I'll let you have it because I want $200, and now I'll give you 100, and you can leave. The teacher said, okay, students, use 4 words to describe an ugly person. 4 Chinese words. This is only meaningful in Chinese. 小明用手指指着老师说：“有点像你。” A little bit like you. And the teacher had no more to say other than saying, get out of here. As Buddhist practitioners, most importantly, you have to have the right mind. And not only that, you have to have the wisdom eye. Please use your wisdom. Please be wise. All animals in front of XX become ancestors of everybody. She would recognize it. Oh, this is yours, that. But how come the human beings don't recognize the animals, the crab, the fly, the spider, whatever? But the animals can know. They would have a psychic power, like the turtle. Oh, this is my sister from the past life. I don't believe that. Or the spider hanging there. And the spider. Oh, this is my younger brother from past lives coming, recognizing the people. So human beings don't even know about their past lives. How could animals know about their past lives? Think about it. Such a small spider only knows about 3 things: to spin the web, and to capture food, and sleep. and sex, and then breed lots of tiny spiders. How could it recognize you as someone from the past life? And how about the transcendent power of human beings are not even there? And we have souls. How about animals? We have the spirit lives, but animals, spider, fireflies have spirit lives, and fireflies only live for 20 days. Yet she said that the fireflies have been waiting for her for 110,000 years. Come on, think about it. Don't be cheated or tricked by her anymore. So, if she said that this ant is your grandpa from past life, then I would step on it and then try to deliver it. How could the ant recognize me and I don't recognize the ant? You know, really, I want to just reprimand her. But think about it. There are so many animals who talk with her and, oh, this is who, this is who, this is who. And then she gets money from it. How come? The animals know about past lives, but we don't. Do you know about your past lives? What did you do in your past life, Reverend Lily? Do you know? No? Reverend Lian Qin, what did you do in your past lives? Development? Construction? We don't even know about our past lives, but all the animals know about their past lives. Oh, jeez. It really drives me nuts. Lies, that's just lies. Use your wisdom to think about it. And the llama, the animal that looks kind of like a horse, waited for her for 500 years. And the elephant waited for her for 500 years. See, this is how we acted to be an elephant in the past. Also waited for her for 500 years. This huge animal also waited for her. Come on, wake up. Otherwise, I would go mad. I would be crazy, knowing what she did. We have to have the right thought, and we have to have wisdom. So that you're not tricked, you're not cheated. Also in investments, please be careful. In the past, my gurus told me, only invest in something that you can control, things that you can see. But things that you cannot see, things that you cannot touch, things that you cannot control, even by saying something, it's not beyond your control, then please don't do it. So please, you have to be wise about it, and you have to comply with the laws. In investing, you need to check on their criteria. If it's not beneficial to you, please don't invest in it. Om Mani Padme Hum.